Hi, today we will talk about the basics of the chess. Actually, chess is 10% of strategy and 90% of tactics. Probably you may have heard about that. Strategy is your long-term plan in a game, but tactics are a set of moves to gain a quick win, a material or positional advantage. In this video, I will show you few tactics and really interesting chess puzzles. So stay tuned till the end of and keep watching Chess Life. You may subscribe this channel and comment your email or WhatsApp details that you can get our free tutorial as PDF files. Let's start one of the most common tactics called fork. Fork is a single piece makes two or more direct attacks at the same time. Most important thing is the attacked one can be an important square. Most of players don't consider about the squares as important, but I will show you some positions. There are so many valuable squares rather than pieces, so that we have to consider about those squares as some kind of valuable, so that forks can be given to the squares as well as pieces. Okay, let's look at this position. Here, knight can simply play f7 and f7. Both king and rook got the attack. Right. This is called fork, and we'll see about another position. Here also, knight can go to the e6 square. Both king and bishop will be in a threat. Now we will see a complicated situation. It's a practical situation in a game. You will see rather than difference for this kind of position. Here in this position, white has a threat into the d8 file, but the thing is rook is there is a rook defensive. Knight is under threat from the pawn, but this queen and king in a common place for a knight. So knight cut f7, attacking both queen and king. If rook cuts, then rook d8 check, queen e8, rook cut e8, rook f8, rook at f8 checkmate. If knight cut f7, king goes g8, knight cut e5, white wins the queen. Even though we were discussed about the simple positions in the fork for the illustration, in the game fork will come like this. This is also another kind of position. Knight can play f2, both queen and king attacked. If rook cut, rook e1 check, same situation, rook f1, rook at f1 checkmate. So if king g1, knight cut g4. We'll see another position. Here, both bishop and queen in same diagonal attack into the king. But in this scenario, black got a double attack. It's kind of fork from this rook. Rook is attacking to the queen and bishop, so that if queen moves somewhere else, that bishop can be gone. But the thing is, black has more advantage, like queen cut f2. If queen cut f2, this queen is pinned from this bishop. We will talk about this one. This is a permanent pin. I will explain about that theory later. In this position, rook e1 goes to the mate. Okay, we will come into the next tactic. The next important tactic is pin. There are two types of pins, absolute pin and relative pin. A pin occurs when a piece is held in a place and can't move without giving up a more valuable piece behind it. In absolute pin, when a piece is pinned to the king, it is called an absolute pin. The pin piece just cannot move. In this case, if the pin piece is moved, it can be an illegal move. But on the other hand, relative pin is when a piece is pinned to another piece of greater value and not the king. Remember, you can pin only three pieces: the queen, the rook, and the bishop. We will come into this example. Here in this position, the knight is pinned. But if knight moves, the queen will be gone. Queen will be threatened by the bishop. but this is a relative pin. We will see another position. Okay, let's see this position. Here this knight is in a absolute pin because knight can't move. If knight moves, this there is a check from the bishop, so that this is called an absolute pin. Here we will see some examples for the absolute pin. In this position, the f7 rook is in a position of absolute pin. He can't move because the king is behind this rook. Bishop is attacking through the a2 g8 diagonal. In this scenario, white can simply increase the pressure to the f7 rook. Queen cut b7, both bishop and rook are attacking to the rook, so that black have to defend the rook. This plain rook, queen d7, this queen is protected by this bishop. But the thing is, here there is an attack. We have already learned about the double attack. Queen, rook e7. In this scenario, this rook can't move. If queen cut rook, there are no protection for the e7 square by any piece of the black, so that rook will be gone. If queen exchange, rook cut queen, or else bishop cut rook check, and next move definitely white can take the b7. Okay, we will see the next position. Here the bishop is in a diagonal of a7 g1 diagonal. Once this d4 pawn gone, this black f2 rook goes into the becomes in a absolute pin position. Here black is opening the position. First rook cut d4, sacrificing the position, sacrificing the rook. Rook cut d4, bishop cut d4. Now he have built the absolute pin position. There are no moves for the white g3, and black attacks by the rook c2, and he can take back the rook. Okay, we will see another position here. Here this scenario, f8 rook is in a permanent pin. But the thing is, there is a threat to the pawn is about to promote a8 square. So what we can do is here simply pressurize in the rook e3. If knight cut b5, rook f3, because f8 rook is in a permanent pin position, he can attack to the, he can take the f3 rook. Most of people don't consider this kind of position as a permanent pin, because this is some sort of complicated. When we come into the original position here, black can exchange rook cut b8 because pawn will be promoted easily. So on the other hand, white can simply promote the pawn because rook cut a8 will drive to the losing the pawn, because both black rooks come into the 8th rank, so that he can defend the position. So what white should do here, immediately attack to the pin position, because f8 rook is unable to take the b8 rook, so that we can f8 rook can move from the 8th rank, so that white have to find a way to attack immediately to get this advantage. In this scenario, e2 rook is in a permanent absolute pin position. Only defensive piece is e1 queen. Here black has the move, so that black is simply giving another temporary pin, because if black rook only can move to the 2nd rank. If black rook moves from e2, then the e1 queen will be gone, so that he have to stay together. But the thing is, e2 rook got 2 attacks, but only 1 defensive piece there. Okay, we will see the next position. Here the c3 bishop is in the pin position. What we need, only one defensive piece is there, that is a5 queen. what I have to do is simply pushing the queen d2 and making another relative pin, then bishop can move from the c3 square. If bishop cut b2, this a5 queen will be gone. So if bishop cut queen is cannot be done because it's an illegal move. Okay, we will move into the next position. Okay, here black has the move. d3 queen is pinned. So sorry, here white has the move. d3 black has made black is trying to exchange the d3 queen because he has already an advantage because he has one rook against a bishop. So the position is in favor of black as considering the pieces. But here white got a chance to give a absolute pin by playing bishop b3. b3 bishop is protected by the d3 bishop, sorry, d3 queen. So black can take the d3 queen, then and queen will be gone. Okay, we will see the next position. Here the both knight and bishop in a same line. So in a same line of king, and rook is attacking to the b file. So what black can simply do is pushing the pawn and simply threaten to the knight. Once the knight is moving from the b file, then black got a chance to push a3, and there is a b2 bishop is already pinned, so he can simply win the piece. Okay, hope you have got a good experience from the pin. We will go to the next tactic. Okay, let's talk about few relative pin position. Here black plays queen b4. The c3 knight is in a relative position. He can move. Even rook will be lost. So white have to defend both pieces. There are no way queen is in a b5. Only queen can protect. Queen or rook can protect two pieces at the same time. Here there are no way, but the rook also can play to the e3 because e3 square was already attacked by the f5 knight. Okay, we'll move into the next position. Here in this position, d5 bishop is in a relative pin position because the e1 d1 queen don't have any protection. So the d file is the d5. Once the d5 bishop removed from the d file, queen d8 will cut the d1 queen. So in this position, what black can do is simply improving the pressure of the d5 because d5 piece is in a temporary pin position. But the worst scenario is here is what? This bishop is in a temporary pin position. Okay, how will bishop c6 check? Simply knight cut c6, and he can remove the queen. Only piece will be loose. If bishop exchange here, the queen will be directly loose. So without moving the bishop, because bishop will be gone, so any whatever move plays, bishop will be gone. So that he can simply play rook d4 or any other defensive move. Okay, we'll move into the next position. Here this c6 pawn is pinned because this queen is behind. The queen will be threatened by the d6 rook, and the other thing is this queen is attacking to the dark square diagonal. So only protection from for the f6 square is king, but d6 rook is threatening to the having an square, but the e6 bishop is only covering for the moment. So that we can simply see that this is the d5 knight is in hanging, because there is not a protection from the bishop also, and c6 pawn, because c6 pawn is in a relative pin position. If c6 move, the queen will be gone. If e6 bishop move, then queen can simply threat queen cut f6 check, and e7 will be gone. So white plays bishop bishop cut, queen cut f6, queen g8, rook d8 simply check, rook e8 and checkmate. So these are the very important thing when we are figuring out the advantages of the pin and these basic tactics. Okay, we will go into the next position. Here white is threatened to the black side, but the worst scenario is this d1 is hanging once rook d8 plays, because queen cannot take the rook, knight will cut, and white will lose pieces. He can't exchange the queen also once this rook cuts checkmate. Okay, hope you have got clear knowledge about the relative pin and absolute pin. We will see the next tactic called square in our next video.